some of you may know, some of you are members, some of you are not members of the group. It's a group which is called Women's Science and Graphics, and it was established by myself and Sarah Fenner. We established it about 6 years ago, and I think it was born from, we learned very quickly, for me especially, that this, it's a very male-led industry. However, there are many women out there, and what we want to do is we want to promote and connect women in the industry. So thank you so much to everyone for coming today. In the past, as some of you may know, we've done sessions where we've held panel discussions here at Sign and Digital. This year we wanted to do something a bit different, and by that we wanted to get people involved, and we want to hear everyone's opinion. I've seen some familiar faces, hopefully some new faces, some members, and what we want to do is get some feedback. What can we do more of? What can we do different? Ideas, suggestions, get to know each other a bit better. We've, like I said earlier, we've done panel discussions in the past here. We've had face-to-face events. We've had online events. But we want to do more. But what we want to do more of, we would love it to be down to you. So what we're going to do, it would be great to just kind of introduce each other and get to know each other a bit better. Sarah and myself and Linda, we're going to be coming around, talking to you, introducing you to each other. And yeah, we want your feedback. It's very difficult. When we started this group, we started it for the industry. So it's not about me and Sarah. It's about the women in the industry and the men in the industry and the industry in general. But we're getting to a point of, we would love to have everyone's input. Tell us what we can do more of, and that's what today is about. So thank you so much for coming today. I also want to thank the BSGA. So Women's Science and Graphics has recently become a member of the BSGA. Linda has been a huge driving force of that. So we thank the women from the BSGA and the association itself. I'm going to have Linda coming over and saying a few words about the BSGA. But yeah, Sarah and I are going to be dotted about. Let us know if you have any questions, and let's talk about women in the industry, and let's get to know each other a bit better, and let's help promote women all together. So thank you so much, Linda. If you want to pop over here, or I'll come actually next. I've got a mic that moves around. And yeah, so please tell us a bit more. Obviously, we've recently become members of the BSGA. Tell us a bit more about that and the work that the BSGA is doing. So yeah, I'll let you take over.
Thank you. I'm not quite sure what to do or where to stand now, so bear with me as I...
Far away from the speaker.
Am I too close to the speaker? Good morning. Thank you ever so much for joining us at this, what I would like to call, action group. So as Izabella has kindly shared with you this morning, the BSGA, who I'm sure you're all more than aware of. Anyone can nod now. Yes, brilliant. Thank you very much. If not, you're sort of sitting in our front room now. So if you don't know about us, who invited you? So we are the British Sign and Graphics Association. We are the only trade association that represents the United Kingdom signage industry. And for those of you who are interested, I am a sign maker, and I have been peddling my wares for just over 3 decades now within the industry. And as part of my extensive portfolio of experience, I now find myself as managing director of said association. Thank you very much for that acknowledgement. I very much appreciate your support. I have formally been in post now for just over 12 months. And part of my strategy, can I take that? I'm going to take ownership of that. Part of my strategy over the last 12 months is to very much open up our community and breaks that down some of those barriers. You can definitely tell I've been on a few courses there because I'm using a few key buzzwords, but working towards breaking down barriers and certainly making the association more visible and more accessible for the whole of our community. Another key word there for you, another buzzword. So brace yourself for the word collaboration. So collaboration came about in the autumn of 2025. Now, I've had the pleasure and the delight of knowing Sarah and Izabella for just over 12 months. So I'm going to say certainly from 2020, we formally met with regards to the launch and the establishment of Women in Science and Graphics. And in my true personal and professional nature, I took more of a voyeuristic role until I was forced into a position where I needed to raise my head above the parapet. And we were able to move forward with some strategies that both Sarah and Izabella were working on behind the scenes of Women in Science and Graphics. And dare I say, as a faux entrepreneur, I saw an opportunity there for us as an association to be able to link in with you both about how you guys can best support us as the association and expand our communities, but equally the power footing that the BSGA has on our island, how we can best support you. So following on from your first event in, like I say, the autumn of 2025, we came together to think, okay, how can we potentially build upon that at the start of 2026 with lots of brand new ideas coming later on in the year, so watch this space. But the idea of today is to formally announce the collaboration, but also to bring in said supporters, said members, said individual with similar bits and pieces to see how we can best support and to get our message out there. So I personally have one or two ideas that I would like to share with you all, but I know that from Sarah and Isabella's point of view, it was more of a case of how do we encourage more interaction? Not that there isn't interaction, but how can we make that slightly more purposeful? And actually, what is the purpose? What is the mission of Women in Science and Graphics? And how can the collaboration actually be worthwhile and what that value looks like? So yes, it can be social media posts. Yes, it can be love hearts and the odd thumbs up. I'm very good at a thumbs up and I'm very good at a love heart on occasion. But actually, what do you require? And in turn, that would also mean what do you require from the association? So for those of you who are not members of the British Sign and Graphics Association, why are you not? Please do take the opportunity over the next 48 hours to speak to myself, Sue, who is also part of the tribe, and our other team members with regards to the benefits of being part of the association, but equally, how can we ensure that this collaboration is more than just a social media post, is more than just a logo at the bottom of a letterhead. Do we still do letterheads? I suppose we do we not? As we're a print show as well? We definitely do letterheads, yes, and business cards. So is it about creating a safe space? Yes. What does that safe space look like? Is it a closed door policy? Or is it an open door policy with certain filters in place? What do we want to be discussing? What are the topics that are at the forefront of our minds? What do we want to be sharing? How do we want to be shaping the impact of Women in Science and Graphics with the support of the association? So I guess more than anything else, A, I've taken the talking pill, but B, this is an opportunity, another buzzword there. This is an opportunity for us all to be together in the same space, not behind screens, not behind emails or the odd text message, and just sort of actually say, oh, we're in this together. What do we want? What does that look like? Why have I put a like on that page? Why have I joined Women in Science and Graphics? What do I require from that? So, have I said too much? Are you sure? Who do I pass this to now?
To no one. Now's the time for us to, I could have done without the mic. Thanks, Jack. Now is the time for us to talk. Let's just talk. Let's get to know each other better. Let's see how we can drive the change together.